This means we need to, because now as a peer-to-peer system, Triple M requires members to create PH requests for members that have created a GH request to get money, because members, give money, share money amongst themselves. So we need to introduce new members into the system so we can then use the money to actually pay out all the old Mavros. Now, they have implemented this 90-10 rule, which means if on monthly basis, what's going to happen is they are going to pull out a report, which will then give them an idea of how much money was received, meaning monies PH'd into the system throughout a certain month for a certain period, and they will then be able to know now how many people have created GH requests for a particular period. Now, whatever amount has been requested now to create PH. Okay, James, you just unmuted yourself. I muted,
Okay, yeah,
yeah, I muted everyone to, because I get this echo, which disturbs me this side.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, mute you back. Okay, good. All right. So whatever amount has been deposited, has been pumped into the system, will then be divided into two. 90% will be reserved to make payment to all our new members, to everyone that has new Mavros. New Mavros, meaning Mavros acquired from yesterday onwards. So now, if you introduce a member into the system and encourage the member to PH, now when that member decides to actually withdraw some of the money that's in his or her PO, that member should not suffer. That member should not wait for whatever period. That member must get the money immediately. So that's why they keep 90% of our total PH to actually look out for all our new members. And then the 10% will then be used to pay out all the old Mavros. Now, let's say the system has gathered 4 million, and 90% of that will be reserved for paying out all GH requests for all new members with new Mavros, and 10% of that amount will then be reserved to pay out all the old Mavros for people that have created GH requests from the old Mavros. Okay, but there will be limits. There will be this limit that regulates how much you can get from whatever you have requested, and you will get all the money, but it will come in pieces. Coming in pieces in a sense that you create a GH request for say 20,000, and looking at the number of GHs created, the system will be able to calculate now that out of so many people that have created GH requests, I can fairly distribute so much for each and every person. Then you get whatever percentage of decided by the system of your GH request. So this means now we need to go out there, get more people to register, make sure they PH. We as old members need to PH as well, you know. Otherwise, if there's no money coming into the system, there will be no money to pay out to old to people that have created GH requests on from the old levels. So money must come in order for the system to pay out all everyone, new and old levels. So the biggest thing that we need to do right now is to go out there and create PH and get new members that will PH And we also need to PH as well to boost the system. When looking at the membership of Triple M in South Africa, it was then recommended that at least a member, there's no time frame here. Remember, there's no time frame, but at least one member should at least invite I think it's 20 to 30 people. Once every member in South Africa can do that, it means the whole of South Africa would be registered and be a member of Triple M. But if you fall below that, you have still done something to help the system, and that is also motivated as well. We need to encourage people to go out there and recruit. It does not matter how many people we have recruited, and please, let's not push people into creating large amounts of when they want to create their PH requests. Let them PH with whatever amount they can afford, and please make sure that people PH with spare money. They participate with spare money, right? So that was just about that. The message was about that. I know people got confused when they saw a 10% and 90% going out for new and all. Many of those people people got confused right there. So I just wanted to clear that out. 90% will be allocated to all new to payment of all new Mevros, and only 10% will be allocated to the payment of all old Mevros. So if your Mevros have not turned green currently, okay, you just need to be patient. They will turn green, and once they turn green, you will then wait for the moratorium to be lifted. Moratorium will be lifted after the system has received enough PH orders from the members, and when it is clear that whatever amount has been put up for PHs on the system is enough to pay out the GH requests that are pending. So we will then wait until all moratoriums are lifted, and then we can then start creating GH orders. PH orders can be created at any time, but moratorium, but because now of this moratorium thing that's been applied to every member, we cannot create GH orders. We're just gonna have to wait until the system is ready for GH orders, and then they will then remove uplift moratorium, and then we can create GH orders. Right. As for the minutes of the meeting that we had, I think I did post them in the group. Let me just check for them. I did post them in the group. It's a long thing. I hope people never got confused, but it's a long thing which was about the message and trying to simplify everything that was in the message for people to understand. And yeah, I don't know if okay, but then still you guys have it in the group, so there's no need for me to post it here in this platform. So it's basically about that. We were then requested to go out there and host events, charity events to be specific, small and big events. We Triple M has budget for those, just to go out there and show everyone that we are still around. We are changing lives. We need to go out there to schools. You can even identify kids that do not have full uniform. We can just whatever we can do, we can go to a school, paint it all whatever color. We can fix broken windows. We can fix broken doors. We can do anything. We have budget, but it's just that we need to actually come up with proposals and send them to the right channels so we can, change, lives of those who cannot afford to, do some of the things in their lives. We can even go to old age homes, just and see what else, we can do to help. There is budgets for those. We can even, organize concerts. We can even organize anything. The budget is there. We have been, asked to go out there and do things. I don't want to spend most of my time, explaining. Maybe you guys have questions, and I think it's better if I answer all, your questions. I am going to, if you have a question, you can just type a plus, and we will then take it from there. A plus sign, something that creates an order, so I know who can talk now. Okay, there's a chat box in this platform. You can then just type in a plus sign so we can I know phones are ringing like crazy now, but anyway, it's okay. Yeah, I will then take questions if any one of you guys have a question. Yes. James, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, James. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I've a couple of questions here. First of all, I want to ask about this thing of moratorium. How am I going to know that the moratorium is now lifted and then I can make a GH to my old Mavros?
Okay, two ways. One, if right now, if you try and create a GH request, meaning when you try and click on a GH tab on your PO, it will not, respond to you. It won't respond. That's one of the ways. Two, you will receive messages from on your POs to say, okay, now moratoriums have been lifted. You can now enjoy the benefits of your GH budget from your PO.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And then the second question again is that our old Mavros still gonna grow, or just gonna just stay like that?
Old Mavros will not grow. Whatever you have, whatever amount of Mavros you have on your PO right now will remain the same. They will not grow, because if now, what Andrew said, he said if those Mavros could grow, it means they will never catch up with them. Right? Since it's a restart, they want to pay out everything that we had before a restart, and then continue with our new activity. So our
So if I'm making a PH now, I'm making a PH as a new Mavro.
Yeah, when you PH now, it will reflect as a new Mavro, and that can be withdrawn at any time. Once you make a deposit, the receiver confirms, and yeah, that's it. You will then be able to you will then be able to create a GH request for that, and you will get your money immediately. There won't be any it won't be paid out in pieces. It will be paid in full, and yeah.
Okay, last question. If you don't manage to recruit a lot of people, that means that it might happen that we're not going to get our money.
If there's no people, yes. If there's no one creating PH requests, it means there's no money coming into the system, which then means now there won't be any money to pay out our old members.
Yes, because the time I was reading that means the content is that we were supposed to recruit new people.
Yeah, it is very critical right now to actually depend on old members to create PH orders. We need to get new people who would then be, interested in creating PH orders, and when they get money, then they get motivated. They come in with as they go down, they put in bigger amounts for which would then mean now breathing life into the system, so the system can be able to actually pay out everyone. So we need to have new members coming in. We also need to create PH orders, but we also need to actually go out there and get more people.
Okay, I'm covered, Trevor.
Okay.
Thank
Sibonelo.
you.
Sibonelo. Sibonelo, I see you have a plus sign, which means you wanted to say something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Sibonelo. I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me? Okay. So my question will be, IPH on 40%, but they combine everything, all marbles, and my 40%, it was remaining with 48 days. It was still frozen, and they combine everything. So I would like to know whether are they going to combine everything plus the 40% promo, which I've paid in last month, if I'm not mistaken. But it wasn't green yet. It's still blue, which represent frozen.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
So what is going to happen on my 40%?
Okay. Any Mevros acquired before you received that message on your PO yesterday are then subject to being labeled as as old Mevros, right? So once it is labeled as an old Mevro, it means it will be frozen,
Yeah.
right? It will then actually go through the whole process of the moratorium, and once they are done with working on your PO, doing whatever they do on your PO with your levels, then they will also turn back to green. And when moratorium is lifted, priority will be given to all Mevros purchased on during the promotions, and secondly, all members that have never created GH requests will also follow after that. Priority, they will also be prioritized. They will come after the promotion Mevros, and then comes everyone.
Okay.
So you will receive your Mevros from that you bought from when we had promotions, and they will be paid out. But because now they also fall on the old Mevros, it means you will not get them at once. They will also be paid out in pieces, but you are going to get them.
It is loud and clear. So the second question is that in order for us to boost the system, we should invite new members. Am I correct?
That's correct.
So I think we should have something or somehow to encourage people to invite people. It doesn't matter whether we bring 2 people or more, but I think our main purpose now is to uplift the system so it will run as normal again.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
No
just
problem.
need to do whatever we can do. I know. Look, guys, what's going to happen? From during the week, I'm telling you, the media will do whatever it takes to crush us down. Once they get to understand that Triple M RSA has been restarted, they will crush us. I'm telling you, they will eat us for breakfast, lunch, and supper. So we just need to be ready for that. And when they do that, it means now, creating an awareness. There's people that still don't know about Triple M. Some have learned about Triple M during this media panic period, but that's when people get curious about what this Triple M is. Now that's when we need to actually take advantage and create more people. And this is why we have been encouraged to actually go out during this period and host events, do charity events, you know, for when the media comes out to crush Triple MRSA, and then people will then be seeing that, will be seeing Triple M doing things that are not covered in the media, because now media will only focus on the negative side of things, in our community. But we also need to show now the positive side. It has to be out there. I know it's difficult for some of us to actually, host charity events and get the media to come and say something about it. Media does not come out for such things. They only come out for negative things. So it's going to be difficult, I know, but we just need to try our best, because we cannot afford to actually, just sit and do nothing when we have old Melrose that we need to actually, GH.
Mm. It's loud and clear. So people, let's go out there and promote Triple M and create our new Triple M system to those who haven't joined yet.
Mm. Look, Triple M India has been restarted almost 6 times.
I knew that.
You know, so when this is not the first time. India has been through a restart for more than 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, and Indonesia has gone through about 3 times. Philippines, China, all these countries that are not, that are now, operating, you know, and changing lives for members in their country. They have been restarted. They have been restarted, and they responded to that quite well, because now they're doing very well right now. China is doing very well. India is currently at the growth rate of 100%. They don't have to do any tasks, because now they've been restarting for quite a number of times. They are more experienced in this, and they're doing very well. So now their growth rate is 100%, and yeah, it's because they now understand the system. They have introduced more and more people into the system. The system has been survived, and they're doing very good right now. So we can also do it. It's just that this is our first time experiencing a restart.
Noted, Trevor.
Yeah. Do we have more questions?
Okay. Oh, the last one.
Hmm.
Oh, or in order for Triple M to get back on normal stage where like it used to. So it's rely on the old members. Because what I think is that all members, they do understand Triple M more than anyone. So we have to go out there and the word of Triple M to people, so they can trust Triple M, because we know how it operates and how it works. So we must care about Triple M. We know how it works and it's alive. So everything will be on normal. It's depending on us what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Old members understand Triple M better than the new members. So we need to, as old members, go out there and show them, you know.
Yeah, so It's us, our old members, who can uplift the system.
Yeah. Really, the system actually depends on us to go out there and get more members. When those members join us, then we can start teaching them on ways around Triple M, the system, and once they're all good as well, they can also go out and get more people. So we just need to go out for once or twice, and then you will see things will start changing.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Cause yeah, it's I don't know what to say about it. We can conquer this.
Yeah, no, we can.
In this time, we need to be united.
Yeah.
We need to be united.
Okay, Stembile. Stembile, I see you have a question. Stembile.
Hello.
Yes, Stembile, how are you doing today?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm good, and you guys? Oh, okay, that's great. No, I just wanted to ask something, but I think it's like a reputation sort of regarding the 40% that you said it will be paid in pieces, maybe once we have new members on board. But is there maybe a certain percentage attached to it? Or is there a time frame, maybe if like you go out and tell someone that, no, whenever once the system is back, it's normal, then you will receive your money during this time. What will be,
Okay.
the criteria that will be used?
Okay, there's no specific percentage of the amount you will get for your PH order.
Okay.
Right? The system, but the system will be able to calculate, because now remember, all PHs for that specific all GHs for that specific period for done from our old Melrose will be calculated and be paid out from the 10% of the overall pH that the system has received, right? So which means, say in the month of May, our total pH came up to 1 million, and 10% of that 1 million will be calculated at 100,000. Now, depending on the amount of people that have created GH requests from their old Melrose, now those old Melrose GH requests will be paid out from this 100,000, which is 10% of a million. Now, the system will then calculate how much it can, pay out to satisfy all the pending GH requests at that time. See, if you have maybe 20 people, requesting different sums of different amounts from the old Melrose, the system will calculate to say, okay, now Stembile can only get so much, Trevor can only get so much, James can only get so much, until your order is complete.
Okay.
Yeah. So it won't be paid. There's no specific percentage to say, okay, you will get so much percentage for your order. No, the system will calculate to actually make sure that everyone gets the money and wait for the next period. But priority will be given to promotional Melrose and those who have not who will be doing their GH request for the first time.
Okay, no, it's clear. Thank you for that.
Okay, Stembile. Guys, do you have any more questions? All right, since guys, I just want to thank all of you for making time to actually be part of this meeting, and I know some people are struggling with networks, some are struggling to actually get this right, but this is the platform we need to actually familiarize ourselves with, because this is where we can all get together and discuss some of the issues within the community and within our group. So I really appreciate your attendance today. We just need to actually, try and make sure that our peers as well, understand and help them, to actually attend these meetings. I also wanted to actually try and see now if we can, in this group, try and host a charity event. I need ideas. We can discuss this and see if we can, host a charity event. Go out there, go out there as a team. Help, people. And it can either be a school, can either be an old age home, whatever. It can either be a home where there's only a go-go living there, with no one supporting. Whatever we can think of, guys, let's just try and think of something and help someone. I don't know when we can do it, but I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. But it has to be done, around, say, June. I think that's enough time for us to actually, during the month of May, go out and see who is, in need, and identify what is it that we can do to help the person or an institution or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing, Trevor. And I think that we should have a meeting actually every week, like every Friday, so that we can brainstorm.
Yeah, I wanted that, and people don't participate, so it ends up, I don't know, because now right now I'm telling you, when this meeting is over, people would want to know what was discussed, and we will then have to repeat everything that we have discussed here. So, but anyways, that's how it is. When you work with different people, behave differently, they do things differently. You just have to, be, flexible and try and get everyone happy. But it's impossible. But trying is worth something. So we need to actually, if there are questions, then we just need to be patient and answer them. To me, there's no question that I might say was a stupid one or whatever. To me, any question is a good question. If I have an answer, I will give an answer, and if I don't, I will tell you right there that, you know what, I don't have an answer for that. I'm going to find out. So when there's questions in the group, I think we can answer them, and make sure that everyone is clear of what's happening right now, to actually calm people, because right now people don't understand what's happening. Some people just registered and put money, and they don't know what's happening after that. So it's up to us as people that have an understanding of what's happening to actually share some light, make sure that they all understand, and they have an idea of what's happening right now. So let's not get tired of the questions. Let's just enjoy having questions, because the more the questions, the better. Because when you answer someone, it means now you have shared this information, and that person will grows the knowledge. So as for a charity event, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. We will discuss after we have something that we think will be our first project to do. So I will then, I don't know, I'm gonna wait for you guys to actually decide what is it that you want us to do first. Can either be a charity event, can either be a presentation, I don't know. But I just want to get you guys now involved in the activities, so you guys understand how some of the things are done within the system. I always do events. I always go out to host presentations. But I think it's time that I now involve you guys into these things so you can understand how some of the things operate within the Chickman community.
Yeah, I agree with you, Trevor. We'll think about it.
Okay then.
And we'll discuss about it in the group, and then I think maybe on Friday again we will come back again.
Yeah, okay. No, it's okay,
Understand.
guys. I don't know. I don't know if maybe we should end this meeting now, if you guys are good.
I'm covered.
I'm covered as well. I don't have anything from my side.
Yeah, everything is clear.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen, and lady, and lady. Thank you for attending.
Thank you.
Okay then. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks.
Bravo. Sure.
Sure, guys. Thank you.